there's not much left on the bones after, over 2 hours of going back and forth. And in fact, I've heard some of my colleagues actually heard that they went to go to Hawaii's after there was a crash of your bank. And I couldn't believe it. So I went up on the internet, and it's like, it did happen. And that's in Fortune. The second biggest bank in U.S. history collapsed and chose to go to Hawaii on that. I've never been to Hawaii, and neither has my family. I guess I haven't crashed a bank, So given that I'm the last person, I don't have much left to ask, but I will. Let me ask you this one particular question to put to everyone here on that. And is it an inside joke? No matter how incompetent or how greedy, the government will always bail you out when your bank crashes. I mean, everyone has to know that, right? Everyone has to realize that no matter how bad I behave, no matter how big my race is, my bonuses and everything, we will come in and bail it because we can't crash the economy, much the way SVB was argued that it was going to crash it. Do you believe that it's a running joke in the circles of banking that no matter how bad we behave, we're gonna be pulled, we're gonna be saved? Take it, anyone.
Senator, I don't believe that's the case.
Really? Because every bank, you seem like that crashed, it's like, hey, we could bail him out. Yeah, this one, crashed. We'll bail them out. So far, everything's been true. So doesn't it feel that now, if a bank really believed that they wouldn't be bailed out, now after bailing them out, these couple of bailouts, they are going to? Do you believe that is not outrageous? That no matter how deplorable your performance is, you are made as whole, and all by test papers. So what do you believe? What if we didn't come out and bail out your bank? What would have happened?
So, Senator, I would answer the question two ways. One is, I think when people mostly talk about what you just said, it's talking about shareholders, and our shareholders lost their value. From a client perspective, I believe it was important and advocated for our clients to be protected. I believe the implications would have been significant. I think the ripple effect that could have happened in the banking industry would have been greater than was already there. I think small businesses would have been significantly impacted. And so I believe that was appropriate, but obviously I was not part of that process and that decision.
Is it staggering? Is it a staggering responsibility that the head of a bank could literally crash our economy? It's astonishing. That's like if you have, and they also realize is that now they have a guaranteed way to be saved by how, So isn't it appropriate that this kind of control should be more stricter?
President Biden has just made a big announcement. The president is now open to tougher work requirements for SNAP benefits. This could affect millions of low-income households this year. But many say this change could lead to a big poverty crisis. My dearest friends, please make sure that you do watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. So according to lawmakers in the Senate, expanding work requirements for the largest food assistance program is still a red line in negotiations over raising the country's debt ceiling to avert a looming default. Republicans have proposed increasing work requirements for SNAP benefits as part of a spending deal. Republicans have said they will not vote to raise a debt ceiling unless Democrats agree to sharp spending cuts, with a little over 2 weeks to go before the federal government could run short of money to pay its bills. Failure to lift the limit could trigger a default that would set off a sharp economic downturn. The Department of Agriculture has estimated that expanding work requirements for SNAP benefits would affect about 1 million Americans. During an interview today, Senate Agriculture Committee Chair Debbie Stabenow said that negotiations over SNAP should be left to the Farm Bill, an omnibus package passed every 5 years that funds U.S. nutrition, conservation, and farm commodity programs. The current Farm Bill expires September 30th, and Congress is negotiating the next one. So when asked about attaching the expansion of work requirements to debt ceiling talks, Debbie Stabenow said, "It is red line as far as I'm concerned. We need to take default off the table, and then these policies and cuts in the spending can be negotiated where they should be." Currently, adults without disabilities or dependents aged 18 to 50 must work 20 hours a week to receive SNAP benefits for more than 3 months. The debt ceiling plan, released by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, would raise that top age to 56 years old. Stabenow is the third-ranking Democrat in the Senate led by her party, also warned that default would be devastating for our growers because farmers are highly dependent on loans and would be harmed if interest rates were to rise significantly. She also added that a default could delay passage of the next farm bill. But there is news from the president. Biden confirmed that he is leaving the door open to stricter work requirements, including food stamps, to get the support of Republicans in Congress to finally raise the debt ceiling. Speaking to reporters this weekend, President Biden noted that as a senator, he voted for tougher aid programs that's in the law now. A White House spokesman has also recently said, "The president has also been clear that he will not accept policies that push Americans into poverty. He will evaluate whatever proposals Republicans bring to the table based on those principles." One issue that appears to be making some progress are efforts to make it easier for energy projects to get off the ground. Politicians across the spectrum have long criticized the years it can take to get energy projects of all types off the ground. The Biden team has also laid out priorities for permitting legislation this week, with senior advisor John Podesta saying, "President Biden has elevated this issue to the highest levels of government." The continued progress around energy and work requirements comes as aides also continue to tackle differences. The talks continue on the central spending issues in the bill, notably a possible cap on federal spending and what money can be taken back from crisis relief bills. So there appears to be a space for compromise on the spending caps, with multiple reports saying the issue there continues to be Republicans seeking budget caps for the entirety of the coming decade, with Democrats pushing instead for 2 years. On the issue of crisis relief money, experts estimate that there is somewhere in the neighborhood of $50 to $70 billion that was appropriated by Congress in the flurry of relief bills during the crisis, which was not actually spent. So retrieving those funds is a priority for Republicans and an issue that Biden has signaled a willingness to deal on. Well, my marvelous and most magnificent friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. My dearest friends, thank you so much for being here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, if you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then please comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways.